I've worked all my life. I didn't have anyone to look after my kids. My parents looked after them, but I didn't have anybody else. So I worked, picked them up. It was just bringing my kids up, working. That was it. I didn't have any other life. My husband was okay, fine, and then one night he couldn't sleep and he says, I'm going downstairs to watch some TV and then I'll come back up. So I went to sleep and my son, he woke up and he woke me up and he goes, Mum, Dad doesn't look right. So I quickly got out of bed and I went downstairs and I looked at him and I knew straight away that he'd gone. In your heart, you know. I shut the door, got the other two ready, sent them to school. Well, after that, I had to tell my mum, and I didn't have the strength, really, but I had to do it, and I did it. I just went in my bedroom and just locked myself in, really. I didn't want to come out, but I had to eventually and face it. And I did. I used to cry a lot, all the time. Cry to work, cry back on the way home, and cry at home. One day my son says, Mum, please don't cry anymore. And that's when it hit me. And I mean, I still did, but not in front of them, you know. And I just had to be strong and get on with it. It changed my life. That was it. Work, come home, look after my kids, keep an eye on them. And that was my main worry, bring my kids up, because that's all I wanted to do. I like listening to music, even when I was younger, and it used to be cassettes or radios. I don't come from a musical background. My dad and mum, they didn't really listen to music. My dad was more like a reader. He read books. So we never went to see any Indian films or concerts or anything. But my aunt, my dad's sister, she's a very music and filmy person. So I used to go there in the summer holidays and that's where I began to like things. Well, I thought it's a good opportunity. It's facing me in my face, it's there. I've not been looking for it, but it's there. And I wanted to, and I didn't know what to actually going to be about, but it was good. So I thought I'll do the Dolgi, which might be a little bit easier for me to start off. One of the problems is like finding out where to go. So when I started the chair exercise, I've learnt about this centre and I've made more friends, and sometimes you recognise them but they don't know you, but then you begin to gradually, get involved. It gives me a wonderful sensational feeling, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of, I'm actually doing something. It's not even about if I'm good or not. I do my best. Juggy is the person who taught us learning the Dolgi, and he's such a lovely, lovely guy. And the way he taught us, he's very patient, very giggly, smiley, and he observes us playing and then he'll come out with it at the end, but he does it so nicely. It makes me feel happy because it is a good way of meeting people. And like I say, you meet people, I didn't know anybody in this centre when I first came, and now they're beginning to know my name and they're, hello, how are you, what you been up to, and the same with me. So it's good. It was good. It was very good because at the end they all clapped, which means, yes, we did something right and cheered, So, and also it makes you feel like, yeah, I've achieved something. Absolutely. I mean, my daughter-in-law was more happy than me. She was like, go, Mum, go. So High Hole gives me a lot of support. I don't know, I think they're there for you all the time. They do a lot in trying to understand you personally. You can have a one-to-one, you can see what's going on. All the people who work in this office, they all know my name now. and that's a lot of people who must come through here, that door. It's not just me. So to me, that's like lovely.